welcome live to Westside High School for Omaha Metro Tournament action. Number 7 Westside going up against number 10 Marian. The 5-3 Warriors looking for a big start in about halfway point of this season. Jaden Taylor alongside Ross Jernstrom here tonight. And Ross, I think with these two groups, Westside, a 2-1 weekend, they're looking to grow on to those wins.
And they're facing a school that is rich in tradition in girls high school basketball, and that's Omaha Marian. They've won 3 state championships and finished as the state runner-up 8 times, but this is a very much a different Marian team coming in here tonight. They're come in with a record of 3-3.
The Warriors are coming off of a weekend in Orlando, Florida, the KSA Classic in the yellow bracket of that one. They took down Bensonville and Roosevelt in their Friday and Saturday early morning matchups, but lost their first game up against Berks Catholic. It was a fun both team bonding experience as well as basketball experience for this team to kind of grow closer to each other and get some experience up against some teams outside of the state of Nebraska.
Most of all, you get some team chemistry because you go to Orlando, you go to the parks down there, and you really bond with the team, and that's important when you go on those trips, and that's one of the most important things is to get the closeness of this team together. And Jaden, that really helps down the line because they really form friendships, bonds, and really gets the chemistry together on the team, and that's going to prove beneficial down the road.
And a big piece to that team over the weekend was Cheney Thompson. In just 2 games, she was 6 for 13 from the field, 17 points, and 45% from beyond the arc. Big thing coming off the bench, Cheney Thompson, although struggling to start off the year, she's now the second leading scorer after this big weekend.
Kind of like her big brother, who was a star in the court and holds the school record for rebounds. Just a great talent on the court, and she's improving every week, and for a big game tonight.
And that's been a big thing for the Warriors. The Westside spreading the love this season. 7 players averaging between 4 and 5 points per game. Highest points per game has been Lucy Shallow with 6.1. There's a total of 9 players between those 2 spots, between 4 and 6.1. No one player has over 15% of team production. Shallow has 13.4. So it's been a big thing for this team to have depth, have a lot of teams that can players that make big plays. I think Clark has really relied on that a lot recently.
It's so crucial to have Lucy Shanla on the court, not get her in foul trouble, because she is the big player on the big under the boards, and you need her out on the court as much as you can.
We'll take a break here on WTV Live. We're about 45 seconds away from the national anthem here at Westside High School, as well as starting lineups for the Warriors and Crusaders.
Westside High School, the Nebraska School Activities Association, promoting sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic, sexist, or other intimidating comments or actions directed at officials, students, athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from our facility. Thank you for your cooperation and good luck to both teams. This time we ask you to please rise, remove cover, as we honor our event with the playing of our national anthem. junior, number 14, Sophie Schaefer. 5'11" sophomore, number 22, McKenna Stover. 5'10" senior, number 32, Kate Timberman. 5'10" senior, number 40, Ashley Wilbur. And 5'7" senior, number 42, Kate Somer. Crusaders coached by head coach Tom Brady, assisted by Jess Abel, Kelsey Jones, and Hannah. Now here's the starting lineup for your Westside Warriors. At 4, 5'10" senior, Shushan Pentalon, Marian Crusaders. Up on 7, senior guard, Primo, it's number 20, Adriana Deprima. Up on 5, senior guard, it is number 22, Hickman Holy Hannah. Up on 7, senior guard, number 24, Olivia Owens Good Brown. And a 6'4" junior forward, it's the sheriff, number 42, Lucy Shanwa. The Warriors are coached by head coach Steve Clark, assisted by Carolyn Cahill, Tom Marasco, Thomas Benedetto, and Kate Martin. The officials for tonight's game, Jared Draker, Willie Lehman, and T.J. Butler. These individuals are members of the NSAA. Their experience and integrity brought by them to finish the rules of the game. That is who should give out while respecting players and coaches no matter what your personal feelings or looking. And this contest is time to play ball.
Just seconds away from tip to start off the first round of the Metro Conference Tournament. Ashley Wildering, as well as Lucy Shanla, will be the two that'll go up for the tip. Shanla at 6'3", Wildering at 5'11". And Shanla's able to get the first tip to start off this ball game. Hannah will bring it up. See big things from Caitlin Hannah. Going forward more on the golf course than we see in the basketball court. So she's been a big leader, senior leader for the Warriors this season. Layup off the glass from Lucy Shanla is no good. Marian will bring it back up. So Lentic gave it off to Kate Timmerman. Timmerman travels, and it seems like the Crusaders will start off with a backcourt press. Westside, like they mentioned just before, will start off with their normal 5. Hannah, Siebler, Kraft, DePrima, and Lucy Shanla. We'll likely see a bit of Cheney Thompson, Kimora Jenkins, and Sydney Hagan off the bench. DePrima will give it out to Livy Kraft at the right wing. Long 3 at a ring around, no good. And Shanla unable to get the rebound. Wilwarding able to grab it. Back the other way. We'll see how the Crusaders can fight here. 3-3 on this season. They start off with 3 quick wins up against Grand Island, Lincoln East, and Omaha Northwest. And then lost to 3 straight games up against Millard West, Gretna, and Lincoln Southwest. Moving slow here to start off this one, just over a minute in the start of it. We talked about the history of this team. They had a really big historic coach, although new.
Yeah, Tom Taverdi comes from Seward High School. This is his first year in Omaha Marian. He replaces Peter Cunningham, who was the head coach at Marian for 5 years. He resigned last March, and then Taverdi was hired. Taverdi comes in with a very impressive record. He won 470 games at Seward, 11 district titles, and 4 Class B state championships.
Crusaders, after a minute-long possession, able to get Kate Timmerman there with a 3. Ball goes out of bounds, and they'll keep it to the Crusaders. A quick turnover there from the Warriors, both sides with a turnover here with 5:51 left to go in the first.
Warriors just trying to look for something inside, trying to get the ball inside to Shanlu. Unable to do that. just kind of stacking the middle right there on defense.
5-second call. The Crusaders starting off slow, and Westside will bring it back the other way. The Warriors, like we mentioned, out in Orlando, Florida, had some consistent games with different players being big in those games throughout the week. Berks Catholic, a team from Reading, PA, as Adrian DePrima is able to tie it up with a long three. DePrima's third leading scorer for the Warriors with 5.1 points per game. Westside up against Berks Catholic as see a foul. McKenna Stover will go to the line. But Berks Catholic, a big game for them to start off. All three were morning games. Started off the actually 1 p.m. game on that Thursday when they flew in. Next 2 days were 10:30 a.m. and 9 a.m. Had a lot of fun back and forth for this group. Went to the parks around in Universal. Ended up going to a Orlando Magic game. And Westside would tie for first with 2 other teams in the yellow bracket. They beat Bentonville from Arkansas 48-47 in an early morning thriller. Back and forth that game went. And the Warriors were just barely able to pull out. And the next day, a big win up against Roosevelt, who struggled throughout the entire tournament from Oregon. Another turnover from the Warriors, third on the night. And we're just under 3 minutes into this one as we'll see Sydney Hagan come into the ball game for Caitlin Hanna. Hagan had a big game up against Columbus. Saw both Hagan and Elaine Wiles off the bench with some big pushes and some big points when they need them. Like we talked about, the bench has been a big thing for the Warriors. I think one of the pressures to get this team from good to great to truthfully a solidified top 10 team is to try to have one of those 2 players really be a little bit more prominent in big moments.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, just a victory today in this opening round of the Metro Holiday Basketball Tournament would be huge, because you just need that momentum going into the Christmas week and the 3 games that could be played next week.
Long three once again, right wing Adriana DePrima. That one falls short. Shanla with the rebound. Second chance, can't go. The first round, 2 games have already been done here today. There's 2 1 o'clock games. Omaha Benson took down Papillion La Vista, the 8-9 spot, as DePrima is wide open the other way but is blocked and to go out of bounds. Great retreat right there that we saw from number 14, Sophie Schaefer. We also saw Central take down Omaha Burke in a blowout, 72-25. The second-seeded Eagles are a team that could very likely give number 1 Millard South a run for their money. Stover able to get the steal and go coast to coast, and Marian with an early lead. Hagan working quickly. She gives it away. Stover looking to go back-to-back possessions. Gives it back off. Too much on that one. Hagan will get the rebound. Fast break the other way. DePrima will slow it down. Slebo doesn't want the 3. She'll drive in. Kick it back out in the corner. And Westside will work it around. Kraft now in an open lane. Off the glass. It'll ring in.
Just a nice drive there. Open lane into the bucket. Get these Warriors trying to get back in the game.
Kraft averaging 4.5 points per game this season. Definitely lower than her 2020 average when she was Westside's leading scorer from beyond the arc. That's been one of the struggles this season, although uncharacteristic for the Warriors. We've seen DePrima and Kraft be the main ones from beyond the 3-point line. But neither has per se been bad, but not quite as consistent as in 2020. That one tipped. DePrima almost gets it, go back the other way. A 3-on-2. Stover will drive in. She'll get fouled going up for the layup, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Marian coming up with a lot of steals here in the opening minutes of this game. Playing very good defense, holding the Warriors to just 5 points in the game. They're off to a good start.
Westside currently has as many points as they do turnovers here in the first quarter, and we'll see some changes. Kamora Jenkins comes into the ballgame, as well as Chaney Thompson. For Marian, we'll see number 20, Anna Kramer, as well as back into the ballgame, Ashley Wording.
When you get a new coach like Taverdian at Marian, that's the one thing you change as a head coach right away is defense. And he can cause a lot of turnovers, enables you to get a lot more baskets off fast breaks with turnovers and steals. You can just tell his coaching is making a breakthrough with the Crusaders.
Bella Brikacek as well as Sophie Schaefer will come back into the ball game. And we'll see Schaefer currently now at the right wing. And we've seen 2 possessions here today that have gone over 45 seconds. Little floater, but a rebound. Long 3 from the right wing, and that one too much. And Chaney Thompson will bring it back up. Hagan now, Marian trying to get set. Kamora Jenkins, the open jumper. Beautiful shot selection from Jenkins, especially from an inexperienced freshman.
It's always nice to get that first bucket in off your first attempt. Gives you a little confidence.
Schaefer trying to work on Hagan. Stops her feet once again. She'll give it back up at the top of the key. Wording will give it out back again. Marian working very slow, but trying to kind of work those high percentage shots. I think that's what Taverdi liked at Seward. But it may be a factor that could change up as we see a turnover there. Travel will go back the other way. And we've seen a couple things these last couple games to where some teams, even we'll talk about more in the boys game, of really working the clock up as much as they can. We're going to see that differently going into the second round of the Metro Conference Tournament. Once they head to Baxter Arena, we'll see a 30-second shot clock. Do you think, Ross, that could change some teams' mindset, especially when it's very likely the next year or two the rest of Class A will have a shot clock?
Yeah, that's going to be huge. A 35-second clock next week down at Baxter Arena. Change a lot of teams' philosophy, the way they play out there in the court. I really think for the Westside boys basketball team it will be huge.
A little bit of chaos on both sides. Elaine Wiles will give it off to Siebler. Chaney Thompson now, she'll be fouled. Westside still looking for their first lead of the day, as looks like the Crusaders will switch out. We'll see Kate Timmerman coming to the ball game. Wiles will inbound. She'll give it off the backcourt to Sydney Hagan. Hagan trying to put some moves, work on the top of the key. Stops her feet. She's going to have to give it off to somebody else. Hagan, 3 from the corner. That one an air ball too long. Wiles able to get to it on the rebound. Under a minute left to go. Westside only 1 starter on the floor. Again, speaks to that depth and how much confidence Clark has been able to have. The offense has somewhat struggled for both sides here to start this first quarter. And we'll see Kamora Jenkins able to get the rebound after the long 3. Almost gives it away. Westside has an opportunity to wait for the last shot. Eight seconds left to go. Westside's going to have to put something up quick. Thompson is trying to work off the glass, unable to find it. Just a second left to go. Long 3, too much from Wording. And that's the end of the first quarter. Omaha Marian starting off with a strong lead. Neither offense really putting up much production.
Really, they've struggled offensively. Marian has played very good defense. They've got some baskets off the transition, the steals, and I just think Westside's maybe they got a little travel log, a little bit of hangover on the long trip down to Florida, the 3 games. Maybe their legs are a little tired.
Do have some recent alumni from the Warriors here in attendance. Jasmine McGinnis Taylor, who has the school's rebounding record, as well as Ella Wedegren is also here in attendance. Especially going into winter break, good to see a lot of former Warriors here supporting this group.
Both excellent players, played on state championship teams, and Ella was one of our players of the week when I was at WWT Channel 6. She has the assist record here at Westside, just a great all-around player, great gal, and they're playing basketball in college now.
So Westside will look to adjust offensively here in the second quarter. 6 turnovers from the Warriors in that first quarter. Been somewhat of a sloppy game. Marian will start out the second quarter with possession, as we'll see Kate Solentik. And the Crusaders will work it around. Shanla almost got the steal, but Marian able to keep control of it. Schaefer, the top of the key, going to work on Hannah. She'll give it back off to Solentik. They'll call the foul on Shanla. Wilwarding was driving in, kind of lost control. But Shanla's first and Westside's third.
Marian shooting a lot of free throws here early in this game, but they're converting them at the line, and that'll pay off down the line for them.
Wilwarding misses a second, and Westside's going to work quick back the other way. All 5 starters back in the ball game to start off the second quarter. Shanla at the top of the key. An odd situation. She'll drive in and won't be able to get that one to fall, but I think that's that aggression that Coach Clark has really wanted from Shanla, especially in the paint.
Yeah, you usually don't see the center out there at half court taking the ball all the way into the hoop, but that's what she can do.
So, of course, the winner of this game will go up against Omaha Central. Like we mentioned earlier, Central took down Burke 72-25. Along with that, on the lower side of the bracket, Bellevue West, number 3 seed, currently taking on Omaha Northwest. Millard North, the number 6, taking on Millard West. On the other side of the bracket, we see Millard South going against Omaha South, who took down Omaha North last night. And then Benson, of course, took down Papio here earlier today. Bellevue East, another big team that is, I want to say, coming out of nowhere, but definitely a group that has been consistent against top 10 teams. They lost to Millard South, but only by 10, and was within that one for a majority of the third and fourth quarters. They'll be going up against Papio South currently. And Gretna is going up against Elkhorn South, the 5-12 matchup.
Westside's playing really good defense down here low. Marian can't find anything open.
We'll see a switch here. Olivia Heiner will come into the ball game. Marian with a 3-point lead. Just over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Turnover's been a big story on both sides. As we see a block, they'll call a jump ball. Possession is going to the Warriors. And a good defense. And Westside has played good defense here. Just how can the offensive side of the ball make up for it?
Interesting how Marian is using their backcourt press.
Kraft with a long 3 out in the corner. That one too long. Siedler tried to keep it in, but Marian will work back the other way. Stover will slow it down at the left wing. Long 3, that one's blocked by Siedler. Shanla will be able to grab it, and she's going to have to adjust. Back the other way, Siedler in the corner will drive baseline. Long pass almost goes out of bounds. Prima able to keep it in. Long three goes in from Caitlin Hanna. Hanna with a wide open three at the right wing. And once again, great ball movement for the Warriors. Gets opportunities, and Hanna almost got a steal.
Big bucket by Hanna to tie this game up at 11 all. The Warriors are back in this game.
Once again, working baseline is Heinert. She'll have to adjust, work back out against DePrima. They'll pass it out. Three from the left wing. Air ball. It'll just barely go out of bounds. Wilwarding tried to retrieve it. The Westside, for the first time since the start of the ball game, is tied up with the Crusaders, looking for their first lead of the game. As we'll see another check-in. Heinert comes out of the ball game, for Sophie Schaefer. A lot of juniors as a part of this team. We'll see another switch, and Madison Stover, the sophomore, will come into the ball game. And the depth has been big for the Warriors, but it seems like Coach Taverdi has also been very willing to put in a lot of his backups and see what they can do in big moments. Shanla trying to post up. Beautiful move, but not enough off the glass. She'll be able to get the rebound. DePrima's going to drive into the right lane. High off the glass, unable to get it. Second chance will fall from Lucy Shanla. And Shanla finally able to find a little bit more aggressiveness like we mentioned in the paint. And a quick 4 points.
The better she plays, the better the Warriors are in this game. She can dominate that middle. She's the biggest girl out there on the court.
Schaefer, DePrima once again with aggressive defense. She thought she was straight up, but they'll call a foul on her.
Westside's come back into this game to take the lead, and they've done it with their defense. They've really held Marian in check the last few minutes.
Looks like after the possession, we'll see Cheney Thompson come in. Marian working slowly around the perimeter once again. Schaefer at the top of the key, trying to draw up something. It looks like Clark was looking for an off-ball foul. Long three, Madison Stover, that one no good. Kraft able to get the rebound. Opportunity for Westside the other way. Siebler, corner, Hanna, long three, high, goes in. 2 threes for Caitlin Hanna tonight. She has 6. And Coach Taverdi will take a timeout. They'll take a minute, and so will we. We'll take a break here on WTV Live. Westside back with the lead for the first time tonight, up by 5. .37 left to go here in the first half. 2 threes from Caitlin Hanna and 2 layups off the glass from Lucy Shanlev, now giving the Warriors their first lead of the game. They've currently worked a 10-0 run. Schaefer trying to drive in on Hanna. We see the switch. DePrima was originally on Schaefer. Looks like Taverdi wants to switch something up. See a lot of switches possibly after this possession for the Crusaders. And that's a block from Shanla. Shanla with 2 blocks on that call, and we go back the other way. As it seemed like Madison Stover touched the baseline. And Westside's defense being aggressive once again and forcing turnovers.
Westside's playing aggressive defense. They've been able to do that because they've substituted a lot. Already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 12 players have already played for Westside in this game.
So a lot of switches for the Crusaders. We see Wilwarding back in the ballgame, Salentic as well. Schaefer stays in, but we do see Olivia Heinert. Shanla once again driving in. And the long pass, a little bit too far for Shanla able to get to it. McKenna Stover will get fouled going up for the layup. She'll go back to the line. Craft into Prima, chasing Stover down, just barely able to get a hold of that ball.
That was a good foul. Sometimes there are bad fouls, but it looked like she was going to score off the layup, fouled her, and now sends her to the line.
We'll see another switch for the Warriors. Sydney Hagan will come to the game for Adriana DePrima. DePrima, that was her third foul. And Westside is one foul away from putting Marian in the bonus. Backcourt press now once again for the Crusaders. Kimora Jenkins able to grab it. Jenkins stops her feet. Three from Olivia Craft in the corner. That one too long. Stover gets it back out. Wilwarding. That one somehow goes in off both ends of the iron, then off the glass and back in. There was about no arc on that shot, and it still somehow was able to fall.
Got the lucky bounce in there.
Thompson will look for the screen, will work through it from Shanla. Good defense by the Crusaders. Hagan now. Off 1 foot, jumper able to go.
Just a nice shot, little fadeaway there off her foot. Good job.
That's not a easy shot by any means, especially just 2 feet from the right block. And a jump ball. Thought Shanla might have grabbed that one away from Wilwarding. They'll give it to the Crusaders. Possession arrow will switch back the other way.
This will be an interesting point in the game right here. All the big players for both teams are on the bench.
Pass goes back out of bounds. 1:40 left to go here in the first half. As Schaefer will inbound. She'll give it off to Salentic. At the right wing, she'll work around the perimeter. Wilwarding. We see Lucy Shanla out now. It'll be big like we mentioned in the pregame. How can the Crusaders take advantage of it? Long three, unable to go. And back the other way. Kimora Jenkins going to bring it back up. Double team. And she'll slow it down. Gives it out to Sydney Hagan. Hagan, beautiful move. Another jumper. She'll get fouled. And she'll go to the line. Sydney Hagan with a couple big moves.
Yeah, she's got that shot down where she stops, looks at the basket, and then just does a little fade back from the basket. First one worked for her. This one she got fouled. She's got a nice arc on her shot. That's good for free throw shooters to get a nice arc into the basket. Good rebound.
Hagan goes 1 from 1 at the line. And we're at a minute mark here left in the second quarter. Kimora Jenkins back the other way off the steal. And it'll go out of bounds. It'll go to the Crusaders. And a beautiful job right there from Heinert to stop her feet.
Westside going with the backcourt press here. And a steal.
Siebler able to grab but not able to finish. Westside's defense once again forcing turnovers. Both teams have been comparatively sloppy here in the first half. Long three. That one's good. And Marian has tied this one up with 39 seconds left to go here in this one. Jenkins going to give it off to Hagan. Hagan working around in the paint. Another jumper unable to fall. Under half a minute left to go. Long pass will go out of bounds. McKenna Stover threw that one away. They thought he had a wide open Bella Brikacek in the left wing. 24 seconds left to go here in the first half. Westside has the opportunity to wait for the final shot. Cheney Thompson, long three from the left wing. Somehow got that one to fall, and she put about everything she could into that three.
That was from downtown. Great bucket right there for the Warriors.
2 seconds left to go. Schaefer's blocked. Wiles will throw it up. And she hits it! What a shot to end off the half from Elaine Wiles.
Oh, baby. What a shot.
From about the 10-foot line of the volleyball court here at Westside. What a shot. I've never seen something like that.
Well, she's going to remember that. And then back-to-back threes by Westside to end the half. Up 25-19. What a way to end the first half for the Warriors on a half-court buzzer beater.
I don't think there is a better way to add momentum to your side than a shot like that.
Well, heads up that she just got the ball away. She had just stolen the ball, looked up at the clock, and noticed there was just a few seconds left, put it up, and it went in. No doubter.
Westside will head into the break 25-19. We'll take a break for some more Westside festivities.
Relax your Warrior dancing. Let's hear it for it. I'm going to get things set up here for a little funny. Anderson, $15 Village Griner gift card on the line. Nice shoe on that first shot. All right, Marian Anderson. All right, Prairie Lane, thank you. Jake Seesaw, there we go. He's right back for Jake Cecil. How about a hand for both of them? Marian Anderson winning our Warriors sophomore. Jake Cecil from Prairie Lane. Nice job, guys. Thank you. Thank you to Dr. Lucas.
Just seconds away from the start of the third quarter. Westside currently leads 25-19. So you know what that means, Ross? Dunkin Trivia time.
All right, I'm ready for this. Is it Holiday Metro Tournament Trivia?
This one is not. Our boys one later tonight will be. Once again, these two matchups here tonight, just so you know, will be on two different streams. Catch both of them on westsidewire.net. Dunkin Trivia Question tonight. What Class A girls basketball program has the record for most state tournament appearances, consecutive state tournament appearances, and state championships. A team that is comparatively struggling this year in Class A, but within the last 10 years, about 10 years ago, had a really long streak to where they were a pretty dominant force. They have been a dominant force in a good while in girls basketball. Once again, hashtag Dunkin Trivia. First correct answer will get you a $10 gift card to any Dunkin Donuts in the Omaha Metro and Council Bluffs area. So looking here tonight, Westside, what an end to the first half. Elaine Wiles, probably a 50-footer from the 10-foot line of the volleyball court here at Westside High School. Back-to-back threes in 2 straight possessions for the Warriors. Exactly the momentum they needed, especially starting off comparatively slow offensively to start off this one.
Well, they ended the second quarter with some big buckets, 3-pointers back-to-back by Caitlin Hanna, and then just in the last minute, 2 3-pointers, and that has really enabled them to get out to this 6-point lead here. They played great defense there in the second quarter. They held Marian at the 11-point mark for a number of minutes.
Madeline Siebler will inbound it. She'll give it out to Lucy Shonless. Shonless had an odd amount of opportunities from the top of the key, and she has been making the most of them. Jumper off the glass. That one's able to go. Shonla has 6 points tonight, all from the paint. It's been mainly Shonla, Hanna, and that Elaine Wiles 3. You've seen a little bit from DePrima as well, along 3 from the right wing. But, yeah, Westside's been spreading it around here tonight, much like the rest of this season.
Marian's just trying to penetrate that defense. They can't.
Another block from Lucy Shonla, but they'll call a foul. Shonla looks like she thought she had all ball on that one. And the first shot is missed. Kate Timmerman, like we said, we've seen a lot of both teams here tonight. Maggie Tynan comes into the ballgame for the Crusaders. If I'm correct, only 2 players for the Crusaders and only 2 players for the Warriors haven't been into this one. DePrima able to get the rebound. 0 for 2 there from the charity strike, and those are big shots that are needed, not just now, but if the Crusaders want to get back into this one later on. And will give it out to Siebler working around the perimeter. She almost gives it away, and there'll be a foul called on McKenna Stover. Stover had a big first half. She had 2 and 1s, opportunities, and she's been big in the paint.
Yeah, she was their player of the week in their season opener against Grand Island. She led the Crusaders with 12 points. She was the player of the game.
Shonla loses that one. And back the other way, he'll be able to get the rebound, but a steal there from Olivia Kraft. Westside up by 10, largest lead for either side tonight. Like we mentioned, the winner of this game will go up against Omaha Central next Tuesday at Baxter Arena. Crusaders once again taking their time. They've been doing all night. Been slowing them down comparatively on offense. And we'll see if Taverdi wants to work it a little bit quicker to see if they can out their offensive production. We'll see a foul on Siebler, an odd foul as Stover is trying to drive in the left lane. And Siebler's second of the night. And we'll see Sophie Schaefer inbound it. Hannah able to get the rebound off of the Timmerman 3. DePrima will give it off to Hannah. Hannah will drive in, kick it back out of the corner. Baseline Kraft. Near side, Madeline Siebler. That three no good, but able to get the rebound. Working back the other way was Kraft. Kraft now an opportunity, gives it off to Shanla. She'll be fouled. And Kramer will come into the ballgame for the second time tonight. Marian looking for something different on offense. Beautiful set play. Shanla will drive in and will force a foul. She'll go up to the line. That's a big thing continually. How can Shanla continue to use her presence in the paint? At 6'3", I mean, there's just about nobody else that can go up against someone like her, especially when she's on her game. And
that's why it's so important to have her just out on the court. She can't get in foul trouble. She's such a big presence out there for Westside. Very few girls, opponents can, defend her, and it just helps to have her out there on the court all the time.
Shanla this season only 50% from the charity strike. Going 1 of 2 there, she'll keep it the same. 9 for 18 on the season now. Westside up by 11 here in the third quarter. The Crusaders going to have to work a little quicker if they want to find themselves back into this one. Offensive struggles have been an issue this season, or at least the last couple of games. They were blown out against Lincoln Southwest this past Saturday, 71-33. Southwest, a big team that's been dominant so far, along with Fremont, Millard South, as well as Omaha Central. Wilwarding, another low arching shot, able to fall. Wilwarding tonight, 7 points, even in limited time. Shanla once again is going to drive out, kick it back out, work it around. Kraft long three, that one off the front iron. Ball will go almost out of bounds. She'll keep it back in. Wilwarding able to grab it. Clark won either a traveling call, but a call of foul looks like on Kraft.
And I think you'll see Steve Clark start to sub a lot more right in here. 3 new players come into the lineup. Wants to keep those players fresh for the fourth quarter.
We'll see Sydney Hagen, Kimora Jenkins, and Cheney Thompson into the game for the Warriors. Anna Kramer trying to rebound it. Inbound it, excuse me. Wilwarding working at the right corner. They'll work it back out. Stover trying to drive baseline, going against Cheney Thompson. Long pass. Wilwarding, that one blocked from Lucy Shanla. Shanla almost gives it away. It's a tussle on the floor, but the Crusaders able to come out with it. Fast break on the other end. Pass goes out of bounds. Beautiful play there by Cheney Thompson. Able to stop any push.
Boy, Cheney Thompson, just a heads-up play there to stop an easy basket for Marian down there low.
.4:18 left to go here in the third quarter. Crusaders have made it now a 3-possession ball game. Beautiful block from behind. Adriana DePrima swatted that out of there. Shanla got a hand on it, but she'll be called with the foul. First shot is good from Stover. And second shot is no good. DePrima able to get the rebound. Kimora Jenkins, 3 from the corner. Rings out no good. Shanla tried to grab it. Will keep the rebound. Stover brings it back the other way. Stover almost loses control of it. She'll give it back out to the top of the key. Stover once again working on DePrima. Stover wanted the 3. She'll hold back. And they'll call a 5-second call on Stover.
Just great defense by the Warriors there, just tying them up. And that has really helped this Westside team. That enabled them to take the lead in the second quarter with their defense, and now they're holding that lead right now at 8 points. Doing a nice job.
Bella Brikacek will come out of the ball game. We'll see Schaefer and Katie Solentik. And Sydney Hagan looking to drive. Kimora Jenkins now fakes the three, gives out to Madeline Siebler. Siebler, beautiful move, gets it out the glass to go. That one almost too much.
Just a great fake there by Siebler. Really, just a great offensive move.
Janie Thompson able to poke that one away, unable to keep the steal. A couple Warriors wanted an 8-second call. Heiner almost traveled, should give it off to Schaefer. Schaefer unable to finish the ball, go out of bounds. And it'll stay to the Crusaders. Wilwarding as well as Katie Timmerman will come into the ball game. Seen so many switches for Tiverdi here tonight. Seen Westside really be consistent, 3-4 players at one time and leave it on for a while. Wilwarding is fouled. But the Crusaders and Coach Tiverdi has switched it up just about every minute and a half.
Yeah, I'm just really impressed the way Steve Clark has coached this game. He's really played a lot of players on his bench. All 12 have played in this game so far here in the third quarter, and it's really made a difference.
The Crusaders with only 1 point in the second quarter have now put up 13 here in the third. Hagan almost loses it. Long pass gives it away. Cheney Thompson, right wing. Too much on that one. Schaefer with the rebound. Schaefer will bring it back up court. She'll slow it down. Westside once again aggressive on defense. DePrima able to get the steal. Hagan will work quick back the other way. Kick it back out. Jumper from Kimora Jenkins. And that one just too long. 2:17 left to go here in the third quarter. Marian trying to inch their way back into this game after a big second quarter from the Warriors. And the layup off the glass and in from Olivia Heiner.
Just a nice transition there for Marian.
DePrima stops her feet in the corner. She'll have to give it off to Siebler. Siebler driving in, trying to adjust, give off to Hagan. Hagan gonna drive. That one on the glass, no good. Wilwarding with the rebound. And back the other way. Beautiful driving on the baseline. Heiner can't get that one to go. Heiner grabs it. Long three, that one is no good. Kimora Jenkins with the rebound. Minute 27 left to go here in the third quarter. Jenkins almost travels. Long three, top of the key. Sydney Hagan unable to get it. Cheney Thompson on the second chance points, puts that one back.
Just a great job by Cheney Thompson under the boards, gets the rebound and the basket. Out to an 8-point lead now.
Westside's first points in over 2.5 minutes. As the Crusaders have continually tried to push back and get closer in this one as we're under a minute left to go here in the third. That one looked like it was tipped a little bit by Adriana DePrima. And Kimora Jenkins will bring it back up. Jenkins trying to adjust. She'll give it out to Sydney Hagan. That one almost lost. Hagan driving in, beautiful move. She kind of passes it to herself off a Marian Crusader leg, but ended up finding the steal. 25 seconds left to go. Schaefer driving in, trying to go coast to coast. Can't find it, but gets her own rebound. That one somehow stays in. Schaefer was trying to throw it off to Prima, but now a steal. Siebler back the other way, easy layup, and she finishes. Crusaders with 5 seconds left to go. Long shot will be no good. And Westside will keep the double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter. Westside 36, Marian 26. We'll take a break and we'll come back to start off the fourth quarter. Back here to start the fourth quarter. Westside leads by 10. It's been a slow offensive day from both sides. And we'll see if the Crusaders can find some momentum back here, but Shanley able to get a big block. Hannah had 2 big threes in the second quarter, has been quiet since then. Shanley once again oddly working around the perimeter. Long pass, Kimora Jenkins. She thought there was a foul on one of the Marian Crusaders working on Shanla. And fast break the other way will go out of bounds. Marian, long pass. It'll be an over and back. Guess they will not call the tip off the end, so the Crusaders will keep it. McKenna Stover will now drive into the right lane. That one off the side of the backboard. Shanla able to get the rebound. Shanla will work it quick. Over to the corner. Caitlin Hanna long three. That one's no good. Libby Kraft able to get the rebound. And they'll call a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Warriors. The Crusaders wanted a travel call on Kraft. Kraft tried to go up with 3 different Crusaders surrounding her and try to adjust going out of bounds. Assuming to kick it back out, but unable to find anything. We'll see some switches now for the Crusaders. Wilwarding as well as Timmerman will come into the ballgame. 7:01 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Crusaders after see another switch now. Olivia Heinert will come into the game for Madison Stover, the sophomore. Winner of this game, like we mentioned, will go up against Omaha Central next Tuesday as we see a travel call there on Olivia Kraft.
Warriors still out to a 10-point lead.
Kenna Stover will slow it down, looking for the screen. She'll actually hand off the ball screen to Heinert. Stover working once again off the ball screen. She'll give it out to Wilwarding. Wilwarding is, call a travel on her. Shanla went up with her, but double step from Wilwarding and back-to-back turnovers on 2 possessions. We saw 6 turnovers just by the Warriors in the first 6 minutes of this game. They've been comparatively clean these last 2.5 quarters. It's really been the Crusaders who have struggled. Beautiful pass and a foul. Shanla will go to the line once again.
Just a beautiful pass by Madeline Siebler there. She got the ball, threw it back out to Shanla, and had an open shot.
Shanla misses the first, now 1 for 3 on the day. And we'll see a switch. Schaefer will come into the ballgame. Shanla 2 for 4 on the day from the charity strike. Westside leads by 11. Once again, backcourt press here for the Warriors. Schaefer now will work on Kimora Jenkins. We'll see how this Crusader team can adjust, trying to avoid a 4-game losing streak. Wilwarding at the right wing, almost a travel call. She'll give it off. And Katie Zimmerman. Wilwarding in the corner, another block. Lucy Shanla with 5 blocks today, and Clark wanted a foul on Wilwarding. Kimora Jenkins will give it off, trying to post up is Shanla. They'll call a foul. And that's the presence that Shanla brings. We mentioned it in the last couple of games, how much the Warriors can use Shanla, as well as how detrimental it can be when she's not on the floor.
Absolutely, she gives so much out there on the court, such a presence offensively and defensively. It is so hard to defend a player that big, and she is such a presence out there.
We'll see Adriana DePrima and Shani Thompson come into the ball game as Kimora Jenkins and Olivia Kraft come out. DePrima does have 3 fouls. We want to monitor that as we head just over the halfway mark here in the 4th quarter. Siebler's going to drive in. Beautiful move. She'll get fouled at the left block, and she'll go to the line.
Manny Siebler, you know, she's such a good volleyball player, all-stater, but she's a darn good basketball player, too. She's got a lot of moves out there on the court, just a really smart player.
Siebler now 80% from the charity strike on this season, was 8 for 9, now 8 for 10. And she's had to play a role somewhat like Shanla when we see a lot of some nights when Shanla goes in foul trouble. DePrima able to get the rebound. What a shot off her back foot high off the glass.
That's a great shot. And that's Westside's biggest lead of the game, 13 points.
So Westside take a timeout from Marian, down $13. The Crusaders, like you mentioned, 3 straight losses after 3 wins to start off this season, and they've struggled more at home than they have away.
Yeah, the teams they beat early in the season, they beat Grand Island, they beat Lincoln East and Omaha Northwest, but they've struggled the last 3 games again with losses to Millard West, Gretna, and Lincoln Southwest. All good teams, but they started off the season very impressive.
Crusaders, like we mentioned, trying to not go on a 4-game losing streak, and we'll see a foul. And that'll put the Crusaders in the bonus. Westside, 1 forced foul for putting them in the bonus as well, and Schaefer will go to the line and will shoot 1-1.
This is a crucial part of the game right here. Just over 5.5 minutes to play. Warriors with an 11-point lead. They don't want to give up anything here and let Marian get back in this game.
Westside working quick back the other way. Shanla kick back out to DePrima. She doesn't want the 3, she'll drive. Little floater, that one rings in. And once again, Westside with a backcourt press. Long pass, give it back off, beautiful move. That one tipped from Shanla, and the Crusaders able to get the rebound. Schaefer now at the top of the key, she'll give it back off. Tibman trying to work on Cheney Thompson. Thompson quiet tonight after a big weekend in Orlando. That shot will not fall. Brikacek 0 for 3 tonight on field goals. Sealer will give it out to DePrima. Westside working around the perimeter. Beautiful ball movement, beautiful placement. DePrima can't finish.
That was her shot, wide open, just off the mark.
That one, they'll call a foul. An odd maneuver for Stover trying to work around Shanla. And I think they'll say that Shanla wasn't fully set. Both Madeline Seba as well as Lucy Shanla were somewhat upset at that call.
Yeah, you could see Steve Clark along the sidelines. He's not happy with that call with his two arms up in the air. Hey, my guy was ready and set, and that was an offensive foul.
Both shots will fall from Stover, and the Crusaders is going to need points quickly with 4:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Anna will drive, kick it back out, far side, Cheney Thompson, excuse me. Thompson, Adriana DePrima for 3 from the right corner.
Just a beautiful shot there. Took her time and nailed it.
Schaefer tries to give it off. It'll go out of bounds. I think she was trying to give it to Madison Stover.
Now the Warriors open up their biggest lead of the game here, 16 points, and Marian calls a timeout.
Westside up by 16, gradually growing their lead. Biggest lead tonight, 44-28. We'll take a break here on WTV Live. .47 left to go here in the fourth quarter. As Cheney Thompson will bring it back up. Westside, the biggest lead of the day. They struggled scoring in the first quarter. Had more turnovers about halfway in the first quarter than they had points. It's been a big flip around on offense for Westside. On defense as well. Shanla with another block tonight. That one goes out of bounds and it'll go to the Warriors. Shanla, if I'm correct, 6 blocks on the night, and she has been a huge presence in the paint for the Warriors.
Yeah, they've subbed a lot tonight, but they've left Shanla out there as much as they can. They need her out there, and that's why they're ahead by 16 points.
Hannah stops her feed, trying to find somebody. Shanla trying to work around, but she'll give it away. Madison Stover work it back. Kick it back out in the corner. McKenna Stover, high arcing 3, won't be able to fall and go out of bounds. Now go to the Warriors.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of three-point attempts from the Crusaders here in the final 3 minutes of this game. Down by 16, they got to get back in it. So the only way to do it is from behind the line.
Crusaders once again will work the backcourt press. And Hagan almost gives it away. It'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, Marian got that ball. It's under the basket for them.
An odd call. Clark did not like it. Thought that we saw Olivia Heiner trying to fall on it right before it went out of bounds, but they'll keep it to the Crusaders. And they'll call the foul. And that's on McKenna Stover. Madison and McKenna, two sophomore duos for the Crusaders this season. It's a comparatively young team. Only 4 seniors as a part of this group. It's mainly been a sophomore and junior stacked group. Siebler hits the first of the 1-and-1. I think with 2:46 left to go, another shot here. I think this one's just about out of reach.
Yeah, this has been an impressive game by the Warriors. They got off to a rough start, tied the game at 11, and since then they've dominated this game.
Siebler goes 2 for 2 from the line. We'll see a switch. First time tonight into the game, sophomore Zoe Weger. And once again, Westside going to work aggressively on defense. Back the other way, long pass, cross-court pass, and Siebler able to get the steal there. Siebler then gives it away, back-to-back turnovers, back-to-back passes. Long 3 from the corner. That one's good. Right into the ballgame. Weigert able to get a big 3. Siebler give it off to Shanla. Shanla able to adjust, but she'll get fouled. And Shanla, great positioning on that pass, able to body up, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, Marian doesn't have an answer for Shanla. There were about 3 players surrounding her once they got the ball, but she took it to the bucket and got the fouls.
And Shanla banks the first one in and shrugs that one off a little bit.
Anyway, it goes through the hoop.
So both teams currently in the bonus with 8 fouls apiece. Westside, they can carry on as Siebler's able to get the rebound. Second chance, unable to finish. She'll get her own rebound, kick it back out. Lucy Shanla for 3, no good.
Didn't know she could shoot that 3, but it almost went in.
And we'll see a defensive foul. Siebler is trying to adjust and set her feet, but was not able to do so. And we'll see McKenna Stover go to the line.
Yeah, that's one of the things you don't want to do when you've got a big lead like this. Foul the other team and stop the clock. Enables them to get back in the game with no time running off.
Seems like 1:58 left to go. Coach Traverti has lost hope in this one. Down 16, so Westside's tied for longest lead of the day as that first shot from McKenna Stover goes in. Hagan with a long pass. Cheney Thompson unable to hold it. McKenna looking to go coast to coast. That one off the glass, no good. Shanla with the rebound. And Cheney Thompson will drive. Beautiful pass. Kamora Jenkins wide open. She's trying to go up, can't find it. Shanla with the rebound. And that one, Shanla about 4 inches, right about 6 inches to be honest with you, above both of the defenders behind her. Grab that one, they'll call the jump ball, they'll give it to the Crusaders, and Westside switches entirely out. Cheney Thompson, the only one still in. Bree Bell, Elaine Wiles, Ellie Farringer, and Lily Tobin will come into the ball game.
Warriors just wrapping this one up here. Getting some playing time for some of the reserve players here.
Another Crusader turnover, so looking to the rest of this tournament, it's kind of an odd situation. Don't always see this tournament start off with a 1 day and then have an entire almost week break.
That's why you want to win this first round match. because you've got a big layoff of 7 days. They don't resume the quarterfinals until Thursday or Tuesday of next week. And then the semifinals are Wednesday with the championship on Friday.
Ellie Farringer going to give it off to Lane Wiles. Wiles trying to give it back off to Farringer. She'll get it off to Tobin. Tobin long pass, Rebell. That one goes out of bounds. With 43 seconds left to go here in the fourth.
But Steve Clark's got to be happy with this game by his team. They've dominated the Crusaders, made a lot of big plays, including a half-court shot to end the first half. Done very well.
Elaine Wiles unable to get that one there, but able to get the rebound. Wiles, like you mentioned, had that long half-court shot to end off the first half. And would have won that one. Beautiful arc on that shot, and able to end off the first half. And I think really for this group, that was still a very much so game that was in the reach of the Crusaders. That was a big momentum switch going to half.
Yeah, it was 22-19 when she put that ball up, and that gave them a 6-point lead at the half. And you could just tell the excitement in the gym and the Warriors going into halftime. All the momentum was with Westside.
So the second left to go. We'll see Olivia Stracco go to the line. Westside will head to play Omaha Central at the Baxter Arena. And 0 for 2, and that one will end it. Westside, the girls will move on to the second round to face off against number 2 Omaha Central next Tuesday. Times to be announced. We'll send that out here later on Westside Wired. Next up, the third-ranked boys with a rematch up against number 14-seeded Benson. We'll take a break here on WTV Live. The girls with a big win, they move on in the Metro Holiday Tournament.